we got here. These are the babies.
The fur babies.
The fur babies.
All right, we got news.
We always have news for you guys.
Let me recap first.
Yeah, please
Okay,
do.
recap.
You're good at that stuff.
Let's see. Original doctor we went to got recommended Beverly Hills, so you assume it's the best of the best. Unfortunately, we learned a lot through this process. And one of the main things is, good English there. All right, so one of the real important things for us is being able to get a hold of the doctor going through this process and asking questions, and also asking questions after it's all said and done. It did not work, our first doctor.
No.
And what I mean by it did not work is the egg just didn't come back, we didn't get anything, which happens. Especially it happens for somebody in their early 40s, like Mona is. But there was extra things on there that we did notice. The cookie cutter kind of mentality of everybody gets the same amount of drugs. If you're early 40s, this is what you get, this is how it is. No caffeine, no coffee, no working out, no anything.
Nothing.
Unfortunately, that backfired when it came to Mona because of the fact that this is a woman that works out 6 days a week, 7 days a week, eats a good amount of calories. I'm cool with no caffeine and no coffee, but unfortunately, by doing the big extreme of taking it away, especially going through the process, it traumatized her body, and it traumatized her body so much that it messed with her thyroids.
Well, I was
and
over-medicated.
Over-medicated, right.
That's the
The
reason
amount
why.
of medication they put her on to get the eggs was too much. And the reason why we say this now, again, this is a learning experience for us, and hopefully you guys are learning something from this, is that we have
A new doctor. A new doctor that...
I'm going to bring up his number and everything, so you guys have everything right now.
We're going to put everything
Okay,
down. Yeah,
all right,
no,
we'll
we're
do it
going to
later.
put everything down.
Okay.
We'll do it later. But this amazing doctor
Hold on
has
for a
me-
second. Do you guys see this down here?
Yeah, I know. I know.
The best of friends,
Yes.
these two.
They're awesome.
All right, go for it.
Has me back in the gym, a cup of coffee a day, eating as I used to eat, maybe a little bit more food, since I'm trying to put a little bit of weight on. And it's so good. It feels so good to be back in the gym and to at least be close to what I was doing before, rather than doing nothing, just like I've had for the past
I think just
few weeks.
so you understand what she means by that is that going from what she was doing to absolutely nothing
For the first
traumatized the body and didn't help the process.
No, and my body felt achy. Yeah, I don't feel good at all. Over medicated, my thyroid is messed up now from that, and I'm trying to regulate it, so I'm on medicine now. But the new doctor is absolutely
And just so you
amazing.
understand, her thyroid was fine before this process.
Never had it. I've never been sick in my life.
And
Never been
you know how people say that?
I mean, I don't get.
So I
cold,
rarely
I
get
don't-
sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, she doesn't get sick. And even if I do get sick, and so like I'll go to an expo and I'm shaking hands all weekend and I get ran down, she still will not get sick. Her
Nope.
immune system is so badass. It
You know
is
why?
superhuman.
You know why?
Because of how you were raised.
That's right. I grew up in Romania.
Ate dirt when she was raised in Romania.
You were eating it off the floor.
Yeah.
The gum fell on the floor. You pick it up and eat it. Chew on it.
So you Americans will not understand this concept. She was
story.
raised.
Yeah.
That's a different story. But
But it leads
your
me
immune
to
system
the-
is
yes,
great, and
yes.
you don't get sick. And so her thyroid now is messed up. We
Yeah,
gotta
it's
gotta
a
focus on this,
hypothyroid.
and we
So-
gotta get this corrected.
But we got so much more information from the new doctor. He told us how we should go through the process. You know, at my age, we cannot. It's no way in hell after 35, supposedly, to get the eggs that you get when you're 20. So getting, 5, 6, 7 eggs at one retrieval, his idea was for me to do...
His idea. Wait a minute. Hold.
Wait.
Whose idea?
Well, you started it first, and you talked to him, and he thought that it was a great thing to do and get all these eggs.
We're skipping
again.
so much here.
I know, it's
Backtrack. Hold on.
It's so much. It's so
Stay
much
with
in it.
this. Okay,
Yeah.
stay. All right.
My
So,
brain
yes,
is-
her brain.
yeah.
Now that she's on caffeine again and eating so much and training, she's all everywhere. So the process is going great this time around. We did do a egg retrieval and we got 6 eggs. So that is great. We are going to continue to get another egg retrieval here. We're going to go through the process again. We're going to do it a couple times, just the egg retrieval, before moving on to the next stage. And the reason why too is this: if we do get more than 1 egg at this age, it is so key to get the eggs now.
Right.
Because you don't understand how much you drop off for a woman after 35. It's amazing. These numbers are mind-blowing. So just for you ladies, if you do not understand the importance, I would recommend, even if you don't got a man or anything like that, get your eggs when you're
Yep, when you
early 30s, if you're possibly thinking of ever having a child.
or not thinking, because I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, you know, that's
Get them anyway. Get the eggs out anyway.
just in case you change your mind, and hopefully in 10 years you're a different person and you change your mind. It is about getting the eggs more than anything else. So,
Oh,
wow, I got that. You keep going.
okay, so I guess somebody's calling Mike. I hope it's the doctor, and he says we got 25 eggs. So moving forward, we're gonna do a couple of different retrievals. We're gonna get as many eggs as we can, and then we're going to create the embryos. So it's gonna be quite a process. You know, we have to wait and just, it is what it is. We gotta go through the process.
Oh, this is all great now.
Yeah.
Now what we're doing
yeah.
is definitely going through a couple more processes of just egg retrieval from that point. Key points here is this: you're on half the medication, you are training again, your body feels
Oh my God,
much better than
so
it did
good.
feel.
It feels amazing to be back in mentally too, you know, it just, mentally you're like, I'm back.
This is your turn now. Grab the bone. So one of the main things here is this. It is, and I love the approach of this new doctor, is the fact about if it feels good for you and your body and you feel healthy, stay with that process. And I understand she has to do medication now to get the eggs going and get as many eggs as we possibly can. But again, the approach is different, the medication is different, and the result is twice as good.
Yes.
Which is just something,
Amazing.
again, learning experience. So when you do pick a doctor, understand that it's not all doctors are the same. Try to get somebody that you can communicate with and get a hold of. One of the bad things.
Which is very, very important, because on my first doctor, I couldn't get in touch with her. I had to call and get an assistant and wait, and you know, it's just so frustrating because you have questions and you want answers. But the new doctor that we have right now, Dr. Moore, we could, you know, get in touch with him. I have a question, boom, it's answered right then and then. So it's a good feeling to deal with somebody like that.
There's a lot of ups and downs doing this process, and I know that our friends have told us there was a lot of ups and downs, and I couldn't foresee any ups and downs until you're in it. And then you got all these little questions that you want to ask, and you want to be able to get a hold of the doctor, and that is a huge part of this. So one of the main things was we could not get a hold of the doctor after the process to ask what actually happened and what went wrong. So that really clarified to us that we need to find somebody new. And somebody that we can get a hold of, which was great. Next steps for us is now to watch and make sure that everything is going okay with her thyroid. That's one of the big things now.
Problems, obviously. But I'm on medicine. I'm thinking that because I wasn't sick before, ever, I should be able to get back to normal.
And I agree with that. One of the main things is there's a huge hiccup that happened here. Is she went, 41 years healthy as can be to getting on tons of medication for the pregnancy, and suddenly she has this thyroid that needed to be operated on and removed. It got that extreme. in such a short
I have to
2 month
say,
period?
yeah, 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm glad for myself and the people that I'm around. I said, no, this is
I know, if
not.
it wasn't for you, I would have.
She was panicked. She was panicked.
I wanted to take the thyroid out. I was like, I'm done. I need it out.
She saw a specialist, and the specialist says, I've seen this 100 times. We got to remove this thing ASAP and remove your thyroid. And again, at some point, the common sense has to come in that what she just went through and what the trauma she just put her body through has caused a lot of this damage. And it will fight and regulate back to where it was before. So right now we went onto a heavy dose of thyroid medicine to regulate it. And instantly within weeks, now that has backed down even more,
Right.
which is
So it's going in the right direction.
which is incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But again, it's you guys just want to, at some point, just use the common sense of if it seems like it is too much and there's too much going on, then it probably is. You're a healthy person. She's an incredibly healthy person, has been. We got the WWE going on over here again. With everything that's going on, really take note on what you're doing, how your life is, and how healthy you are. Again, when it comes to women over 35, get your eggs.
Yeah.
Meet the doctors. Get a doctor that's really good, that you can connect with, and that will be there to answer all your questions.
Yeah, and just, make sure that when you see your doctor, you ask a lot of questions. So from all these videos, hopefully, that we are putting out there, you get some ideas what kind of questions you should be asking if you want to do a process like this.
And at this stage, the questions that we're asking, and one of the big things is that I recommend getting as many eggs as possible.
That's number one.
What the doctors will do is they'll get an egg retrieval and you'll get 6 to 8 eggs, and then they'll say, well, let's move forward and try to
Do the procedure.
and see if we can
Right.
create. And I disagree with that. And you may go either way on this. The reason why I disagree with that is because the percentages are so low with what it is being over 40 years old, that either way, collecting more eggs is just going to take a little bit more time, but it's better to do it while you're younger. And on that day, that's the youngest you're going to be. So if you're going to wait 6 months or another year, just imagine the percentage dropping even that much more. So that's one of the great things that we did here is collect eggs, and we're going to keep collecting eggs until we get close to 20 eggs, and then we'll move forward with the process.
I'm gonna kick some ass.
Got to do it. Got to do it. And on that note, we are done for today.
All right.
You ready?
I am ready.
You got to eat?
I have to eat.
We got to train.
I'm starving.
If there's any questions you guys have, make sure to put it down below here. Make sure to give a thumbs up if you like these videos and you're at least learning the process of going through this. Frustration will come into play here. Try to stay calm, especially you guys. For the woman, stay calm. Besides being frustrated, ups and downs, the doctor really adds everything to this concept. If you got a doctor that's there for you, it's a huge thing. Again, collect as many eggs as possible. At a younger age, if you could do that, that's even better. I wish she did.
And we'll have our new doctor's information here.
Yeah, and we'll be able to
way.
give that information to you for a new doctor,
Yeah.
great doctor. And also we'll give the name of our previous doctor, that way you know
stay
not to
away
go,
from
go to that lady.
Yeah, that way you stay away.
Stay away. Again, thanks guys for joining us. Make sure to hit a thumbs up. Go over to my website to get the free newsletter that will come out every week. Just scroll to the bottom of the page, put in your email, and boom. That's all you got to do.
Easy breezy.
Done?
Done.
Let's go.